Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I know I have not made a video in a while. I apologize. But honestly, it's just a lot of work making videos and working on guides simultaneously. So I've decided to focus more on guides. There's a lot of Discord up on the website now, so I hope you guys are enjoying that. But I did want to make one because this is a pretty big announcement by Everquest. Jen Chan here made a post and she talks about the new TLP servers are coming out and then some other little minor notes as well. So let's go over that and then I'll give my personal opinion on what I think here. So from January to March, we can pretty much just skip this. This has all kind of already happened. In April, which is like upcoming stuff, they have two announcements. Anniversary Part 2. There's going to be two new missions on April 20th, and they're going to return the return of the 5th to 13th anniversary events. They're going to be out. So if you're interested in those, there you go. Also, there's going to be new classic achievements, and I do believe I saw them announce this earlier in the year as well. They're going to add new achievements for many of the original quests in Everquest starting cities. This is okay. It's not like a horrible thing, but I don't know who's asking for this necessarily. Like, does anyone asking for classic achievements? I don't. I would say no. But if they do add these, I would like to see them add rewards for this kind of stuff. A lot of the older era stuff, like from Planes of Power and prior, maybe even a little bit after that, they don't have any type of rewards other than the fact you get an achievement. So I don't think it respects the player's time when you just add achievements just to add achievements. Give them a bag that's a little bit better than what they can normally get in Arrow. Give them reasons to do these things because that would be like fun content. Like they have that in the later expansions. Why not add it in the newer expansions too? So, anyways, that's not the big thing here. So in May, they're going to simplify mercenary ranks. They're going to move it down to 2 ranks, and they're going to remove the quest line for requirements for obtaining them. That's awesome. I think that's great. And I did mention before, I also think that they need to tone down the AA scaling on mercenaries, or either get rid of it completely and just make the mercs that much more powerful to compensate, or just have less AAs in general so it's not so grindy. Because I honestly, when I was playing, I don't play on live like every year, but I'll play every couple years or so. And it's just like something that runs in the background. You don't even really remember it that well, that you're even getting AA sometimes. It's just so boring and out of place. Like, I don't feel like that's content. I feel like that's just something that maybe the concept of it when it came out seemed interesting, but nowadays I don't think it scales well with today's gameplay. There's plenty of other stuff to be focusing on. So I'd like to see that taken out just for like part of the bloat removal in the game, because the live is pretty bloated, and that would be something that they could take out without hurting things too much. All right, so they also said, here we go, new progression servers. In June, they're going to be merging Finian and Murgle into Vox. So there you go. So here's the big one, though. You might be wondering the new rule sets on the new TLP progression servers. There's going to be 2 new ones. We're going to have Vaniki, and we're also going to have Yelinak. Yelinak is going to be like a traditional progression server, and it's going to have the same rules as Mangler, or similar rules anyway. And these servers are going to come out on May 25th of this year at 12 Pacific, noon Pacific. So let's go over the rules here. The Vaniki is the interesting one. It's going to open at Gates of Discord, and the level cap is going to be 40. I don't see the point in this. I don't know why you'd want to be level 40 and then having Gates of Discord as the last expansion to be unlocked. Why did we pick level 40? And why are we picking Gates of Discord? I don't know. You can actually already do this. There's already a server you can do this on. There's already a ton of servers you can do this on. It's called Live. You can go all the way to the newest expansion at level 40. So I don't know why we're like unlocking Gates. I don't understand this. Where did this come from? It seems like out of left field to me. Okay, so then over time, we will unlock new level caps with the new expansions. In general, expansions will open when the level cap is 10 levels below the original cap of the expansion. So if the level cap of Gates of Discord is 65, and then the new expansion is going to open up 10 levels below that, which means 55. Shouldn't Gates of Discord open up at 55. Okay, so it looks like maybe they're progressing through that, but let's go over, let's keep reading here. In many cases, this will cause multiple expansions to unlock the same day. Once 60 is reached, the next level change is 8 weeks later. Like, these are like too many rules. These rules just seem like they're kind of out of nowhere, just like making up random, like, there's no, like, it's not fluid. Like, the logic here to me does not seem like it's fluid. It seems like it's just kind of a bunch of ideas maybe thrown together. And then this is what happened. So let's just keep going here. So the currently planned, subject to change, so keep this in mind, it is subject to change still. The unlock schedule is, okay, level 40 will be Gates of Discord. And then 4 weeks later, level 50 is going to unlock. So you're going to be stuck at level 40 for 4 weeks. And if Gates of Discord has the first experience bonus unlocked within the expansions, you're going to be leveling up to 40 faster than you normally would on a new TLP. So you can get to level 40 pretty quick. It doesn't take long to get to level 40. The longest levels obviously are 40 to 50. So you're just going to be sitting around at level 40 for about 4 weeks, which you can probably box. I don't know if there's going to be I don't see any mention on if you can box here. Is this a true box server? Is this, you can just box however many you want? I don't see anything about that in here at all. So that's a pretty big swing and a miss. So you don't even talk about any of that. I'm assuming it's just going to be like a live service box, whatever you want. I don't know. So basically, and then after level 50, you're going to be stuck at level 50 for 2 weeks until you get to 55. Like, why are we locking it at 50 for 2 weeks and then 55? Like 50 to 55 just seems like such a small increment. I don't understand why not just go up to 55? Like, what's the difference here? Like, I guess 50 is technically classic level spells, and 55 you can do some of the Kunark spells, some of the Vilya spells at this point, even some of the Luckland spells, I guess, since Luckland will be unlocked. It just seems weird. So, okay. So the first 4 weeks after 55, level 60 will unlock, along with, we're going to go all the way up to Prophecy of Ro at level 60. So it's going to do a few expansion jump here from Gates to Prophecy of Ro once they unlock that. They're going to be sitting around there for, at level 60, for 8 weeks. And then level 65 will unlock up to TBS. How many expansions after Prophecy of Ro is TBS? I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's see. Let's look at Everquest expansions here. Let's check out Wikipedia. Okay, so Prophecy of Ro is 2 expansions before TBS. So from here, we're going to jump from Discord to Prophecy of Ro, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to jump 2 more expansions after that. Okay, okay, and then 8 weeks after that is going to be Secrets of Fadewar. So we're going to move from TBS. So we're going to be stuck in TBS for 8 weeks, and then 1 more expansion. I hope this is subject to change, because this just seems like they just made this up on the fly. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, I'll be honest. And then, so basically, you're just going to be playing catch up to the expansions. You're going to be underleveled for the rest of the game. All right, so there is another rule here. So let's talk about the other rule on this server. Let's see. This just says when expansions unlock, the first unlocks at 2, and then they will unlock 1 hour afterwards. Okay, so challenge achievements will also be available. If you participate in a chosen event and defeat it, when you are a certain level, you will gain a reward that you can use on any character for the same account. For example, defeat Kasich full 40, Meldrath at 70, Glicor, whatever, 105. I hope this is a good reward, because I'll be surprised if people stick around long enough to be messing around with this. Maybe some people will, but I feel like Mischief is so popular that you're really going to need... this is like overly gimmicky, I think. I think maybe they put too much thought into this. I don't see people leaving a free trade randomized loot server to play this, but maybe I could be wrong, but it just seems what's plausible to me right now. To make these goals more attainable, many level restrictions will be relaxed on this server, allowing player to use items they can normally not use and land spells on NPCs far above your level. Zone level restrictions will be relaxed, but not removed. Okay, so what does that mean? Does that mean you don't need to be flagged in planes of power to zone in? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe they haven't figured it out yet. There's a lot of stuff to think about here with this. I don't know. This seems like a lot of upkeep on their end. I don't know how they have resources to manage something like this. But it seems like there's going to be a lot of complex things going on here and stuff they're going to have to figure out. And they barely could get the loot right on Mischief. There was a lot of stuff broken. They did get better at it over time. I'll give them that. And it's like a new experiment for them. But this seems even more complicated than that. So I'm curious how this is going to pan out. And the fact that you can wear levels at higher items, like better items for your level, and you can land spells at higher level NPCs. Like, what's the point of level capping someone? What's the point of a level at all if you can just wear better gear and land spells on the bosses anyway? Because that's the whole point of leveling up, is so you can land spells on stuff and do more damage with the weapons that have higher level requirements. So why are we being nerfed down to level 40 if we can wear level 60 gear, for example? Okay, so a lot of this just doesn't make sense to me. And also I want to note that, well, let's move on to the next server here, because I lost my train of thought. Let's move on to the next one. Yelinak is a more traditional server, and the new unlock schedule is generally requested by progression server players. Yelinak opens the original and then unlocks with the following schedule. So I'm assuming they just mean this is general. When they say generally requested by players, they just mean what they think people are complaining on the forums, what they think the unlock schedule should be. I'm assuming it's that, or just something Daybreak is happy with. So it's just really just a standard TLP for the most part, and then the first part will be sped up a little, but it still to me seems kind of slow. But okay, so to me, this is just a completely wasted spot. Like, they could have done something better with this second server here. Like, I like locked servers because you don't have to play catch up all the time. And if a lot of people who don't have time to catch up, to keep playing catch up on servers that are constantly unlocking, locked servers are great for that, especially if it locks in a fun expansion. Planes of Power is a fun expansion. I think for Agnar, that's a great expansion to lock at. I would like to see another lock server, maybe in like the 75 era, or some expansion where there's really fun raids that people can do over and over for a couple years. And also, like, if you unlock something in the 75-ish area, a lot of people don't have experience in that era. It's kind of a dead zone in terms of Everquest. A lot of people will quit in that era, or because they don't want to go on past that, or they start getting bored. But if you actually locked it in that era, one of the expansions that has like really fun raids that you keep doing over and over, I think that would be a good server too. It's definitely more interesting than just another standard TLP. People don't have a reason to leave Mischief for this. You got free trade, you got randomized loot, which isn't necessarily great. I should say it's not necessarily a positive, but it's definitely more fun. Like, if you get good drops, it can be really fun. But if you get screwed for a while and it gets like some goofy randomized loot, it can make it not fun too. But it's definitely more interesting than a standard server. And the reason these standard Mischief, and what's the other one called, Thornblade, why these servers came out is because people were tired of the original just standard release schedule. That's why those servers exist, because they made it, and they did a really good job. I think Mischief and Thornblade were a home run, and those are really awesome. But I don't think releasing another TLP server just regular this soon after this mega server, free trade mega server came out, I think this is a waste of the spot here. So yeah, that's my general thoughts on this. If you guys are going to play here, I don't see any reason personally to play here. This seems redundant to me. Like, you can already twink a character out on FV to some extent. This is just kind of a little more extreme of that. And this to me gives me more of a like a private server meme feel than something that Daybreak should actually be releasing. So anyways, those are my thoughts on it, and we'll see what happens. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And I do want to thank everybody for using the website and joining the Discord. Please join the Discord if you haven't. I do provide updates in there whenever I post a new guide. And also thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate that as well. And it's grown farther than I ever thought it would get already. So I'll see you guys next one. And thanks for watching. Bye.